Hello friends. Hi, this is Ashna Ddhannak here. As I mentioned that I would be going live today at 6:30. So I have just started slightly a bit early and I am awaiting for all of you to join in. Do let me know that are you able to watch me? Am I audible? If somebody could just write me a hi so that I'm aware that I am visible and I'm audible. Hi Nadia, how are you? Great to see you. Very happy New Year. So guess I'll just wait for a little while so that more people can join in. I guess it's not yet 6:30, a little few minutes, I'm a little bit earlier. Hi Raghav, how are you? Hi Darshna. Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you had a great year. Yes, Raghav, very happy New Year to you. I'm just waiting for a little bit of the audience to join in. Hi Atman, how are you? Very good evening to all of you there. Thank you so much, Raghav. Thanks for the comments. I'll be just waiting for a little while so that I have and start immediately. Yes, sure. I'm giving readings. Hi, Atman. How are you? Great. Even if I have just 2 people right now, I think I will just start on time so that there will be more people who will be joining in. So yes, let me just introduce myself once again. Myself is Ashna Ddhannak. I think everybody of you knows me very well. I'm a holistic life coach and a Vastu expert, numerology expert, and various other healing modalities that I practice. Everything under one roof to offer solutions to everyone who feels stuck in their life, who needs to go ahead and achieve their goals but feels difficult, where they do not have the guidance, they are unaware of what to do next in their lives. So probably they can help me and I'll be very glad to them as well. Lovely year, and you all transited very safely, nicely and happily into 2018. And today is already the 2nd of January. So hope everybody is feeling great and awesome. Fine, so let me start with 2018. What is 2018 all about? So, well, when you add up 2018, 2 plus 0 plus 8, the grand total of 2018 comes to number 2. When you break that to a single digit, it comes to number 2. And number 2 is all, thank you so much Nadia, I love you too. So number 2 is all about the planet Moon. This year entirely belongs to the planet Moon, and the planet Moon is representing a lot of emotions. So you would see this entire year, we would see love, relationships, everything to do with emotions here, and all of us have emotions, feelings, love. So the entire year is based on the planet Moon. So we would see that relationships become very integral in our life to achieve something, to proceed forward, to feel that love and contentment. Everything is based on love and emotions. So how do you achieve this healthy balance between love and emotions? Many of you may feel that yes, I become too emotional, I cannot handle myself when it comes to relationship. So there's a kind of a disbalance that many of us feel that, and probably that's the reason that today I have chosen this topic, because the entire year, at every step you need to build in relationships, and the entire base of this year is going to be on emotional relationships. So let me show you something. This is a wonderful symbol here, which is for the yin and the yang. You'd see the white portion here, which is for the yin, and below is the darker portion, which is called yang. So this is particularly a symbol of yin and yang, which is a symbol of Shiv and Shakti, which is one of the most base script in the Indian scriptures. It is a base and integral part of everybody. Every consciousness who has come onto the earth has this energy, which is the male and the female energy. All of us have this within us, the yin and the yang, the Shiv and the Shakti. It's like an Ardhanareshwar. So you would have one part of you which has got male energies, another part of you which operates with female energies. So here the secret is that we need to bring about that healthy balance to kind of like take your path ahead with good emotions and good balance. So I'm going to speak a lot about yin and yang today, and since it's more of a black and white, I am myself wearing a lot of black and white, because that brings you into a right balance, the right mix, the right recipe for handling relationships. Yeah, so we have lots of promises into the lots of advisors as well. You would see like a lot of happening. So all those drama kings are going to be on all high there. So it's not going to be that easy. It's going to be like a roller coaster ride. So you one moment you will see that you are like flaring up with all kind of dramatic emotions. The other moment would be like again getting back to that peace. So there will be a lot of drama coming up for this year, but then there will be a lot of fun as well. So it's all again like, if there is emotional drama, there will be also the fun part of it. So again, coming back to that how do you handle this when you get very emotional, when you get very angry, when you get stressed, when you feel depressed? Again, yeah, check it out. Like if you're feeling really more of darker energies, then lighten up with the whiter energies, which is the color white. And if for example if you feel that somebody's controlling you a lot, you've been getting bullied by everybody, then use more of a black energy to get your power back. So that's how you will integrate your black and white energy, which is the symbol, the yin and the yang. Yeah, so probably in between you can keep asking me questions as well. I would be very happy to answer all of your questions for this year. I have a few things that I would like to tell you, some of the advices for for this year, for all those who are born on the 2nd of any month, or 11th of any month, or 20th of any month. Either they are born on this date, or their grand total of their birth adds up to number 2. It's a very significant year for all those people who are born on 2. They will achieve milestones. They are going to extremely significant for them, because many of the dreams will come true. There's lots that they will be achieving this year. So Nadia has a question: is there a message for me for love? So let's see what the cards have to say for Nadia. Let me just check Nadia, and I'll be in a few seconds. Let me just tell you. Just look at that. This is the card which says balance the career and the home life. So what I get for you, Nadia, that you've been devoting a lot of time for work. You need to balance yourself a lot with even your loved ones, with your family life, by rejuvenating yourself. Look upon yourself as well. You need a lot of rest, I guess. You should take some time for at some point of time not do anything, and just be with yourself, love yourself as much as you can. So that's the little bit of a message that will get you back on track. So probably the question of love, I get that you need to kind of like have a little bit of cord cutting stuff you know, any past baggages. So probably that will clear up your space. So probably a southwest corner in your house, you know, represents the love corner. So check it out, the southwest corner of your space. You know, if you can remove the clutters, throw away things which are not required, probably a great shift of energy you can see, and probably that will invoke the much required love that you're looking for. Yeah, so check out the southwest corner. And I would also say that February, yes, February is very a right time to, you know, kind of like do a lot of exercises, mind exercises, which represents love. And I'm sure that you're so great at it yourself. So during the month of February, work on yourself a lot, and I'm sure that you are having a lovely year ahead. And you will see that approximately in August, probably something, a good news is coming up in August. Do let me know what's happening in August for Nadia. Yeah. So if there are any more questions in between, do let me know, and I will be continuing to give my tips in between as well. Hi Sheetal, how are you? Hi Sushmita. So a word of small caution, you know, like when we talk about emotions, at times we are very straightforward, we are very blunt, you know, in expressing our feelings. So a big no for this year, for do not express yourself very blunt. You know, you have to you know, kind of soften up your speech, you know, when you are talking something which is not going to be sweet for the other person. So it's not just about love, but in any relationships, try and you know, kind of soften up your speech. You know, it's very important that the other person must not get hurt, because that ruins the relationships. And you probably, as this entire year is integral for bonding, because even for success at work, you would see that, you know, sometimes a person does not is not very skilled, or you know, is not very highly educated, but if he has the right with people, his relationships are strong, it will take him to heights, you know. So at times, yes, it does matter for this year at least. I'm not telling for about other years, but for this year it's important that, you know, you maintain your relationships. Even if you are not liking something, you know, you ensure that you soften up your speech, and you know, you do it in an utmost loving way. So Raghav, what about people with number 1 and 5? Yes, Raghav, 1 and 5. And I know that you are, I myself told you about 1 and 5. So yes, 1 people are very straight people again. So at times the number 1 represents a straight line. So they do not be more flexible. They are not very flexible. They are sometimes rigid. So for all those ones, you know, need to understand that flexibility is the name of the game for this entire year. You know, be flexible, just go with the flow. Whatever you plan, there are chances that it may you know, take another route. You know, it may something else, be with a backup alternative plan, because whatever you plan may not happen that way, but whatever happens, that will be far more than your expectations, you know. So you know, do not build up too much of hopes, go with the flow is what I would say. But yes, you do have a number 5 in your destiny, Raghav, and that is again very highly flexible. So you have the right mix again, if you have a 1 but you also have a 5. So yes, you will understand you know, where do you have to bend, where do you have to you know, turn around by hook or by crook. You will make out your way for this year. Yeah. So let me know if there's more that you would like to know, Raghav, in terms of any area of your life, any specific area that you are looking for. So probably yes, a lot of people, a lot working, and you know, we want to achieve goals at work, we want to grow at work, we want to, you know, be recognized at work. So what is it, that one thing that, you know, would be very good for number 2, you know, for this year? Yes, whatever your achievements, you have to show them visibly, you know, even if it is like a small dot, speak up and communicate and tell people that you have done this, however insignificant it is felt. Do not underestimate your power, you know. Show people what you have been doing. So that is something immediately will be visible to people. Start even like a little, like a drop by drop, you build up like an ocean. You know, so it's an important thing for all people at work, that whatever little thing that you have done which you feel is good, you know, you should share, express and communicate that this is what you have done. Do not feel that, you know, what people will think, that it's so, you know, it's such a small matter. No, whatever it is, try to speak out and show your work to people. Yeah, cool. Possibilities for a film career. This is a bright year for any who, not just Raghav for you, of course, yes, because you have a 5 behind in your charts, but anybody who is born for 2 and 5, you know, it's a great year for media, for films, for careers. It's an achievement. You would do brilliant because it's actually a moon sign, and you know, moon is so expressive, loaded with lots of emotions, so you'd be able to act out any kind of role that is given to you. You do brilliant with that. So probably Raghav, yes, the 5th month for you, you know, probably you know, by any means, you know, if there's something coming up, just grab it. The 5th month, that is the May, and I guess the date is more of 17th of May. Note this date. Probably you would have something coming up in during this time, and whatever, even if it's a small stuff, just take it up and you know, just take your flight from there. What else can I say, Raghav? If there are more questions, do let me know. Hi Samira, how are you? So I have some more some more tips for, you know, for people who get emotional at times, you know, probably are unable to handle their emotions. Probably you've got to turn around your scene. If you are, you know, mostly dwelling on sadness or grief, you've got to become a comedian. You've got to laugh out your heart, you know, you've got to laugh it off. And how do you do that? Probably you'd say, I want to, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. It's a small metamorphic tip. Just try doing that, and I'm sure that you would really get in good results with that. Take 15 ice cubes, the solid 15 ice cubes, you know, and put in your hands, playing with them, start juggling with them. Even if some of them pick it up and start playing with them until they melt, until your hands may feel cold, but the energy of the ice will break and melt the sadness within you. So this is what I got a channel message for everybody here. So, you know, do that, and I am sure that you will see huge difference in the energy shift within you. Samira, you know my numbers 6 and 8. Samira, yes. Samira, let me pull out some messages for you, what the year holds for Samira. Samira, you need to move on. Probably a small kind of a shift in your home. Try and take small step to be away from the atmosphere, maybe the office atmosphere or the home atmosphere. You need to change. For example, you can take up a small hobby or something interesting which will change the energy of the space. Of course, you have to return back home, you have to return back at work as well, but in between there should be some kind of solid entertainment which kind of lightens you up completely. Because as I know that you also have a number 8, and it's difficult for 4s and 8s to accept a lot of change in their life. It's really difficult for them. So that's the reason that I highly advise you that you can balance up your life by taking up something really fun-loving. Go for a vacation, take up something very entertaining. It could be music, it could be trekking, it could be anything which completely shifts your energy. So that is something, Samira, that I would like to tell you. Yes, and probably you know, I would advise you to eat chocolates that we get, the polo chocolates. It's more of those you know, peppermint kind of energy. So Samira, probably you need a little peppermint energy which will also pep you up, and probably the whole year you should see a lot of peppiness around. Yeah, so anything else, Samira, do let me know. Hi Maya, how are you? Hi Sony. how are you? Okay, so some more tips in between that I would like to say. So and that this is a year for number 2, so there will be you might see a lot of confusions dwelling in your mind, because it's a sign of the moon. Hi Maya, how are you? So it's a sign of the moon. So as we see, the moon is in rising phase for the first 15 days, and then in the other 15 days it's in a low phase. So similarly, our minds may have a lot of confusion dwelling. So one very important tip that I would like to tell you is something that any major decisions that you need to take for this year, try it in evening time, that is during the moonlight energy. That'll be something, take it with a complete peace of mind. So say around about 6:37 in the evening till up to 3 or 4 in the morning, till up to 4:30, till the time moon is around, take your decisions coolly, calmly, evaluate yourself, what are you heading for, and with a very calm mind take your decisions. Avoid taking any decisions during the daytime where there's too much of hustle bustle. Try and work under the star and moon energies. Yeah. Yes, Raghav, thanks a lot. I wish you hope the same. Okay, Raghav, thank you so much. I will look forward for your news very shortly. Yeah. Samira, what about the love life? So let's see what love life for Samira is telling. Samira, there is a very important message for you. Is probably, yes, you have a wonderful love life awaiting for you. Probably again, August holds a lot of importance for many of you, so probably I would advise a travel. I see something more of where you are outside India. Your love is outside India waiting for you, so see what you can do to travel, or maybe have a job there, and check it out. Probably this August, there should be an initiation of something new, and do let me know when that happens. Hello Megha, how are you? Maya, so Maya says watch for Maya, so let's see what the cards would like to say. Maya, I would advise you to use a moonstone. A moonstone would be a great balance for this entire year. I know that you are a number 2 and yourself are completely balanced with everything. A moonstone will be very helpful for you for any kind of any challenges coming up, or anything that which is a surprise. Moonstone will handle it very, very well. Oh Samira, you're going to Bali. Wow, that's nice. So let's hope some great news from Bali when you come back. Okay, continuing with Maya again. Maya, you need to also clear up your crown chakra. So probably I message something about the the crown chakra. With that, it reminds me it's a message for everybody. The crown chakra, which is at the top of your head here, the crown chakra probably is more of the energy of relationships, and many of us, when we are blocked with our crown chakra, we kind of like end up disastrous in our relationships. So how do you open up your crown chakra? The color purple is representing the crown chakra. So probably if while sleeping, either you can put a small amethyst below your pillow. That would be very helpful to open up the crown chakra energies, or have the pillow covered to be purple, so that opens up your crown chakra. Or maybe even a funny tip, that when you're just sitting idle at home, take a small color scarf or dupatta or something and just tie up on like a turban here, and just sit there for 15-20 minutes. Let the color energies get integrated in your crown chakra. So probably that will open up a lot of your relationship challenges. If there's any stuck energies, all that opens up when you use the color purple. Yeah, so hope that advice also will be helpful for many others who are watching this. Okay, Raghav, any other advice for you? Let's see what else. Yes, something very important. I shall say that, for example, throughout the year, whenever you are heading, wherever you feel stuck, if you have anybody in the family who is born with a number 2, either, as I said, that they are born with 2, 11 or 20, or have a destiny as number 2, take their advice, because it's like a advice from God for this year. The funny part is that they may not follow what they preach, but whatever they tell for you will be very integral for you to overcome that particular challenge. So the advices of 2 people is really going to help you all, like, throughout the year. You may have many things coming up, so do follow the advice of 2. Yes, Maya, I know that you are 2, and you're great at giving advices, and it really works for many people. The only thing is that you also need to follow those advices. Great. So what else? More questions? Anything that I could be of more help to anybody here? Is something very important that I would like to say. Oh, hi Kittu. Ashna, anything for me regarding my health? Thank you. Yes, Kittu, I will pull out something and let me tell you what the message is for your health. Kittu, I see a lot of anger energies. I see a lot of, you need to have a lot of white. As I before you joined, I had just shared this wonderful symbol of yin and yang. So this is the yang and this is the yin energy. So probably this is a beautiful symbol for all areas of your life, whether we are disturbed with our health, or with anything to do with your money, or anything to do with your relationships. Take a printout. You will get this symbol in the Google, so take out this symbol from the Google, and you can laminate this and keep it with you, because this I'm not going to suggest you with too many hyphen therapies of having things with you. That is when you meet in person, I can tell, but this alone is going to take you through. If you have this with you, very helpful. Yeah. So yes, coming back to Kittu, where a lot of whites, lots and lots of white, probably in the moonlight energies. Take some milk bath, a milk bath before, like a soothing milk bath with before you go to sleep. Probably that is going to be very helpful with whatever the health issues are. I see a small travel. I think you really need a holiday also. You should go for at least a week's holiday somewhere, and that will completely rejuvenate your health. Yeah. Hi Dimple, how are you? Glad to meet you after a long time. Yeah, so I wanted to tell something. I forgot what was that. Yes, something very important before I forget that. So when I was talking about the yin and the yang, since this energy is built up within us, within us, all of us are born with this energy. But practically speaking, for example, I'm a female, yeah, so I would like to advise to all of you for this coming year is that in person, in practical, if I'm a female energy, and if I'm going through a low in my life, throughout the number 2, I need the support of the yang energy, which is a male energy, and that could be anybody. It could be your son, it could be your brother, it could be your father, it could be your husband, it could be your partner, it could be anything. Handhold them tight whenever you are low for this month, and the same goes for males as well. So probably this year is full of support of male and female. Both need to go hand in hand. Alone you cannot survive. So it's the energy. Please take it as an energy. So it's the energy of the person, and I would still suggest the energy is actually within you. If you know how to invoke those energies within you, then you don't need to look at them outside. But since if you are new to those things, then probably it would help. That, for example, if talking to any of my male friends here, and if they are going through a lot of issues in their life, so probably they should have a buddy who is a female. It could be anybody. It could be their sister, it could be the mother, it could be their wife, it could be their friend, it could be anybody whom they can care and share and talk it about, and find out solutions of how to overcome them. So that was something very important for this year, which I wanted to tell all of you, that hold your yin and yang buddies for this entire year. Cool. What else can I say? If there are more questions, please let me know. I've almost covered most of my things, for those of you who had missed out on me, probably can again the video as well. But is there anything that which you would like to ask me, please let me know. Yes, talking about the trust, I have a small point which I have prepared on trust. So I would say that this year, please do not trust easily with the people whom you are not aware, or strangers, or if you are entering into any new kind of partnership, agreements, marriages, be very, very cautious. So something that you need to be taking your full research and make sure that you are very much aware of what you are doing. So trust is something which you need to be very, very careful. Don't trust people very easily. There could be something which is not coming in front of you. So probably a small tip here again, if you are going for something important and you feel from inside that I don't know whether I'm doing the right stuff or not, and whether you need to understand that I take the right decision, as I mentioned previously a few minutes back, that take the decision a little bit in the evening during the moonlight energies. That would be very helpful. Carry a small mirror with you somewhere within you. You can have it in the form of a locket. So when you wear a mirror, the other person's energy will reflect back. So if there is anything which needs to come out, it will show up in some or the other way. If there's something hidden, it will come out with whatever is required for you to know will come out. So probably that is one thing I would advise you to carry a small mirror with you. Yeah, that is when you are actually a little bit in ambiguity whether you should trust, not trust. So when you are going through this mind frame, carry a mirror. And I practice a lot of batch flowers. Batch flowers are basically invented by Dr. Edward Batch. He's from UK, and these beautiful flower energies, they kind of help you to settle with your emotions. So anybody for this year who are going through multiple set of emotions, I highly advise them to take up a lot of batch flower remedies. And there is a beautiful flower which is called acrimony. Acrimony is something which is something hidden inside you or inside anybody else. It brings out. So even if you call upon the flower energy of acrimony, it will kind of like highlight something you need to know about the person. So when I was talking about word trust, I give you one tip about the mirror, and at the same time, if you just check acrimony, and the purpose of this flower is to bring out something which is long time hidden inside, or you know something hidden about others. So when you chant the word acrimony, it will come to the surface and it will come in front of you. So probably you would be much on the safer side to understand whether you need to enter into that agreement, that particular partnership, or anything for that matter. Hi Yogita, hi Shilpi, how are you? So I'm waiting for questions. Do ask me questions, please. For those of you who have missed out on me, I have given a lot of tips and advices on relationships, so you can re-watch the video as well. I'm waiting for questions. Yes, something very important that I would like to say, that as I mentioned earlier, that the emotions will be like a ride in a roller coaster, So when you see that things are getting out of control, you can't handle yourself, do not get frustrated, because that's very, very momentary. It may be just for a few hours, and then again, just like a roller coaster goes up and then it goes down and up and down, and it's a frolic ride, So if you see that you're not able to handle yourself, it's very momentary. Do not get disappointed. It's going to be like immediately the situations will turn around again in your favor. Again it may go out, but again it will come back. So it's going to be like that kind of like waves energy, just like waves, you know. So you know, how do you handle this? Probably you know, like water is like an emotion. When you pour water into any container, it takes its form. Like if you pour water in a glass, it takes a form. If you pour it in a jar, it takes a form. If you pour it in any kind of a big can, it takes that kind of a form. So again, the entire thing is about becoming flexible. Take it you know, take it with very soft approach, and just try to understand that maybe it's, you know, the other person's energy which is hitting on you. It's not your own energy. So probably you can clear yourself. You know, there are various many ways to clear your energies. Probably the best way is camphor. If you have small kapoors, the camphors with you, you can burn camphors, and even approximately 6 camphors. The smoke of the camphor will clear out a lot of stuck energies, lower energies in your space, in your auric field, in your offices or in your homes as well. Okay, Raghav, something more coming your way? Let me check. Raghav, something for you to meditate. I know that you might not have done that before, but probably an advice for you, you know, like settle down a bit and take out at least a couple of minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, concentrate on your breath, or practice a little bit of yoga, you know, to kind of settle down your mind. It will be of great help for you. Yes, for everybody as well, practicing Kapal Bharti, you know, the postures of yoga, the Brahmari, especially the Brahmari movements is like closing, you know, putting the thumb inside you and closing like that your eyes and chanting Om. So if you Google it out, you will be able to see that as well. So that is also clearing a lot of past baggages that we have carried from many years or this lifetime. At the lifetime, it will help you to clear off a lot of emotional issues as well. Yes, Sushmita, how is it going to go for students? Okay, so probably it may depend on student to student, you know. So let me check it out, what the message is for the students. Probably this year for the students, I think they are not going to take their studies seriously at all. They are going to do all things at last minute, you know. Probably they want to have a lot of fun, frolic, and they have like, you know, the priorities become something else. So probably for students, I think there has to be something which needs to you know, understand, but by default, I think it's not going to be easy for them. It's going to be very last moment that they will pick up their books and then, you know, do all midnight burning of oil and everything. So probably I had given this one small remedy yesterday at Mountrainer Circle group for the students. So I can also share the same over here. That all the students for any age, it could be even I can be a student at my age, for anybody for that matter. If you want to focus on your studies or whatever you are learning, probably you should sit down in a corner of your home. Probably the northeast corner is the best corner, and facing east, you know, facing towards where the sun rises, facing towards the east. Have your study table right there, and kind of have a white and then start with your, you know, work. You will be pretty much focused with that, pretty much focused. For those of you who believe in Ma Saraswati, can also place a small picture of Ma Saraswati. That would be very helpful for you to get integrated with your thoughts towards your studies. Yeah. Hello Peter, so how are you? Nice to catch up with you. Hi Vaishali. So yes, I was just giving tips for the students and hope that, okay, so should I be more louder? I'm not audible. Yogita has mentioned that I will try to speak a bit loudly so that everybody can hear. Yeah, so I have given just a few tips about the students of how they should, which direction can they face, and a small tip about place on their study desk so that they can also place a globe. You know, we get this in stationery stationaries, you know, the globe. When you place a globe on your study table for any kind of work, you also get kind of a prosperity of growing in abundance on a global level as well. So if you are looking for study abroad, or even if you want a job and you are applying somewhere, keep a globe, you know, at your table, and after that you work with your laptop or whatever you're working with. That will be very helpful as well. Oh, yoga, there is some disturbance. Is it the music, or what is it? I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to see what's the disturbance. Am I breaking? My voice is breaking. Is my voice breaking? Should I be reducing the music? Am I clear now? Am I audible? I hope that I'm audible. Cool. So do let me know more questions, please. I'm waiting for more questions. Okay. So is it breaking a lot? Should I end this video and restart it? Is it am I really not audible to everybody? Should I restart that? Can somebody write me that if I'm really breaking, then I can end this video and restart it again? Yeah, Samira, could you let me know that if I'm not audible, then should I restart the entire setting? If it's, oh, it's quite audible. Okay, okay, okay. One, two more people can just reassure me that I'm audible, so that you know, I can continue or I can restart. Okay, fine. Maybe I will continue for a few minutes more. If it's still breaking, then probably I will restart it. Okay, I can continue. Okay, great. So you're asking me a question about her yoga career. So let's see. Vaishali, this will be very good year for you. You have to promote your yoga really very high, because people will be really needing it. So yes, it's going to, in 3 months time, probably a whole lot of, I think you can build up a group of approximately 40 ladies, Vaishali, who could dedicatedly be you know, your follower as a yoga teacher. So you would have at least minimum 35 to 40 ladies is what I can see in the next 3 months. But you need to really push through and promote yourself a lot, so that you get around, you know, a nice, you know, a dedicated group of women who would be practicing yoga with you. Yeah, Dev Chandraji, do let me know what's your question. Okay, Samira is asking me, do you see marriage for me in 2018? Samira, a little more time, my dear. Probably I have a card of Lord wishing you. So I would advise you, you know, to eat 11 tulsi patras daily. You know, tulsi patra is holy basil leaves. So if you are having 11 holy basil leaves, and also plant a small holy basil plant in the northeast section of your house, you know, probably the time period may come over a bit much closer. Much closer. I would say then it would be 2019 still, but approximately you know, March or April 2019, where we see a real good marriage time for Samira. Okay, so Dev Chandra, what is a profession for me? Is it okay? Let's see what the cards want to say for the writing for Dev. By the way, Dev Chandraji is a wonderful author. He has written a book called Neela Akash, which is a compilation of 5 different stories, and he's an awesome author. You should all read his book. Let me check, Dev Chandraji, just give me a moment. Yes, definitely. It's a world card that I get, Dev Chandraji. You have to cater to the world-class audience you have to be growing much higher. So this was your very first book, and it will be very successful as well. And your next book should be something about which will be helpful throughout the world, not restricting just the boundaries of India, but it should be going global. So probably you can select your topics accordingly. Yeah, Yogita, what is your question, dear? I missed out on your question. Could you please write me again? If I scroll down, I may not be able to see. If you can just write back your question once more, that would be really nice, Yogita. Okay, can you please advise on how my career would be? That's Samira in between. Yeah, Samira, no worries. Let me check. Career as usual, everything is fine. There is nothing to worry. I can just probably see a little bit of space clearing required as usual. Little bit of everybody faces little bit of some small time office issues, office politics. The best way to clear out that is to keep a blue agate kind of a pyramid at your desk, help you to kind of release a lot of it will not allow at least those kind of things to disturb you in your space. So a blue agate pyramid would do some wonders for you, Samira. Hi Gaurav, how are you? So yes, I'm waiting for more questions. For those of you who have missed out a lot about the tips that I have been talking about, you can replay the videos I have been talking about this year. Yes, just a moment, I want to see Yogita's question. Yogita is asking about her marriage news into the Yogita, could you just type me your date of birth as well, please? After May is what a good time period for you, Yogita, for a marriage. Yes, this year there are lots of possibilities. You can connect with me in person, where I will be telling you a little bit more in depth. Yes, surely that we have again a marriage card. It's a rainbow card. So with this, it is about fulfillment of a marriage. Yes, so we see anytime after May, probably the marriage is definitely on the cards. Yeah. There's one more tip that I would like to share with all of you. The rainbow is like my favorite icon. Rainbow represents a lot of wish fulfillment. When you kind of have a rainbow energy with you, it would be most of your wishes coming to fulfillment. So probably whenever you are going for something important, you can draw a small rainbow in a small white paper and keep it with you for getting some better luck as well. So that also covers all the colors of the rainbow, which are the colors of the chakras as well. So carrying a little rainbow with you during your important events or during your important decisions would be as well very important, and it will be very helpful as well. Yeah. Okay, great. So waiting for more questions. Anything that you know more? I'm waiting. As per the Indian scriptures and shastras, is also related to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva. Shiva is also very much responsible for a great peace when you or the balance of mind. So chanting Om Namah Shivaya, a very very simple mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, will also be extremely helpful to balance any kind of emotions, to bring about that healthy balance within you. I hope that the video is not stuck up, because I'm not seeing any comments in between, and so Somebody has written about health and career, but I'm able to who's writing that, I'm not able to see. Yes, probably I missed out a lot. Okay, so has my we stopped in between? Should I refresh this? Is people able to see me? Hello, is everybody able to?